Hello there. I'm Robert Ellison, a health specialist here in the United States, and I've just turned 60. After spending more than half my life working with people over 50, I've come to realize something simple, yet deeply true. Aging itself is not the enemy of health. It's our daily habits that decide how fast or how gently we grow old. Have you ever noticed this most mornings? We rush through a slice of toast, sip some coffee, and head out the door while our bodies are still half asleep. Many believe that's enough to start the day, but in truth, that's the moment we miss the best chance to awaken the body from within. One of my patients, Charles, 68, once came to me and said, "I'm not tired, Robert, but I don't feel alive anymore." A few weeks later, after changing his morning routine, he looked at me with brighter eyes and said, "I never imagined that simply changing the way I start my day could make me feel this young again." You see, the magic doesn't come from pills or supplements. It begins with your very first meal of the day. Think of your body as an engine. It needs the right kind of clean, strong fuel to run smoothly. When you feed it well, every cell and every blood vessel wakes up, like roads being cleared after a long storm. That lightness you feel, that gentle warmth flowing through you, it's not a miracle. It's your body responding naturally to care. And today, I want to share with you 10 simple morning foods that can do just that: awaken your energy, improve circulation, and restore your natural vitality, no matter your age after 60. You don't need to make big changes. Just start with small, kind choices: a glass of juice, a bowl of oats, a cup of green tea. Trust me, once your body wakes up, your spirit follows, and age becomes nothing more than a number. And to begin, let's talk about something familiar: the avocado, a fruit so simple yet often underestimated. I like to call it the food of flexibility. Inside that soft green flesh lies a treasure of healthy fats, monounsaturated fats, the kind that keep your blood vessels open, elastic, and strong, allowing blood to move freely through your body. I remember one of my patients, Frank, 63. He used to say avocados were a luxury for the young. Every morning, he started his day with black coffee and white bread. When I suggested he try eating half an avocado each morning, he laughed and said, "I'm not sure this green thing can make me feel any better." But 3 weeks later, he came back, sat down, and smiled. He said, "Doctor, I don't know what kind of magic is in that avocado, but my body feels smoother. My walks are lighter, and my heart beats steady like a clock with a fresh battery." That is the quiet power of healthy fats and potassium in avocados. They not only support heart health, but also help your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K, the protectors of your blood vessels, bones, and joints. Many studies have shown that people who eat avocados regularly enjoy better circulation and more stable blood pressure, especially after the age of 60. I often tell my patients, half an avocado in the morning is like adding oil to an old engine. It helps everything run smoother. And if you want to make that breakfast even more effective, try pairing avocado with a little vitamin C from oranges or fresh strawberries. Vitamin C helps your body absorb nutrients more efficiently and protects nitric oxide, the molecule that keeps your blood flowing naturally. And if you are someone who enjoys a touch of sweetness, stay with me. In the next part, I'll share something science has proven can improve circulation in just a few hours. A food we often think of as dessert, but it's actually a natural gift for the heart. Yes, I'm talking about dark chocolate. After talking about avocados, that smooth source of energy that keeps our blood vessels flexible, I want to share something that almost everyone loves, yet few realize how good it truly is for the heart and circulation. Dark chocolate. Not the sugary kind stacked on supermarket shelves, but real dark chocolate, 70% cacao or higher. Inside it lies flavonols, natural compounds that help relax your blood vessels and improve circulation, sometimes within just a few hours. I often tell my patients, with a smile, a small piece of dark chocolate in the morning is like a gentle hug for your heart. I remember Judith, 65, from California. She came to me feeling tired and said her hands and feet were always cold in the mornings. When I suggested she add a bit of dark chocolate to her breakfast, she looked surprised. "Doctor, are you serious? You're saying I'm allowed to eat chocolate?" 3 weeks later, she came back, took my hand, and laughed. "Robert, I have never felt this alive. I start every day with a smile and a piece of chocolate." But that story is not just about sweetness. Dark chocolate is also rich in magnesium, a mineral that relaxes your muscles, eases tension, and keeps your heartbeat steady. Science shows that people who eat dark chocolate regularly enjoy better blood flow and have up to 15% lower risk of high blood pressure. In other words, chocolate is not a luxury, it's a small reward your circulatory system truly appreciates every morning. I usually tell people, just 1 or 2 small pieces are enough. Let the gentle bitterness melt slowly on your tongue. You will feel a quiet current of energy spreading through you, steady and warm like a small fire being rekindled inside your body. And if you want that energy to last all the way to noon, let me tell you about something humble, yet wonderfully steady, a food that helps you stay focused and keeps your blood sugar balanced all day long. Yes, I'm talking about oats. After the gentle sweetness of dark chocolate, let's talk about something simple, humble, yet truly remarkable: oatmeal. I often tell my patients, if avocados are the soft fuel for your blood vessels, then oatmeal is the slow, steady, and clean energy that carries you through the day. Oatmeal is rich in beta-glucan, a soluble fiber that helps lower bad cholesterol, the kind that silently clogs your arteries and makes many people over 60 feel heavy, tired, or a little dizzy when they stand up. Think of it as a natural sponge inside your body, soaking up excess fat and helping your blood flow more freely. I remember David, 64, a retired engineer from Florida. He once said, "Doctor, I have eaten donuts for breakfast for 20 years. Changing that habit is not easy." I smiled and told him, "Then just start with 3 spoonfuls of oatmeal. That's enough for now." 3 weeks later, he sent me an email, just 1 line: "I walked 2 miles today without feeling tired. Feels like this old machine just got serviced." That line stayed with me, because oatmeal is not just good for your heart, it also keeps your blood sugar steady, your mind clear, and your energy balanced throughout the day. When you combine it with berries or a few slices of banana, oatmeal becomes a golden breakfast for anyone who wants lasting strength until noon. And the best part, it leaves you light, steady, without that mid-morning crash or dependence on coffee. Just 1 bowl each morning is like sending a quiet message to your heart: I'm still taking care of you, one day at a time. But if you are someone who enjoys that warm, clean feeling like a gentle stream running through your body each morning, then you will love what comes next. Because green tea, with its calm flavor and peaceful energy, is the silent friend your circulation has always needed. After a light and steady breakfast with oatmeal, I often tell my patients, skip the coffee. Instead, try a cup of green tea. Because for the body, green tea is more than just a drink. It's like a clean, gentle stream flowing through your blood vessels, awakening your body softly, deeply, and naturally. Inside green tea are powerful antioxidants called catechins. They help protect nitric oxide, the tiny molecule that keeps your arteries flexible, strong, and young. In simple words, catechins keep your blood vessels from rusting over time. Just 2 or 3 cups a day can help your heart work more efficiently, keep your circulation smooth, and maintain steady energy all throughout the day. I remember Linda, 67, one of my longtime patients. She used to tell me, "Robert, I cannot live without my morning coffee. It's the only thing that wakes me up." I asked her to replace coffee with green tea for just 10 days. At first, she was skeptical, but on the 8th day, she called me, laughing softly. She said, "Coffee wakes me up, but green tea makes me feel awake." You see, coffee gives you a quick push, but green tea wakes you up gently and keeps you balanced. It has less caffeine than coffee, but when combined with a natural amino acid called L-theanine, It creates a calm alertness, focused, peaceful, without the jitters. And for anyone over 60, that kind of stable energy is far more precious than any quick fix. What's fascinating is that research shows people who drink green tea regularly have up to 25% lower risk of heart disease. So each morning cup is not just a habit, it's a quiet ritual that helps extend the life of your heart. And if you want to make it even better, try pairing that tea with a handful of nuts, almonds, walnuts, or pumpkin seeds. They don't just keep you full in a healthy way, but also add nutrients that strengthen your blood vessels and balance your hormones. Let's talk about that next, the small but extraordinary power of nuts. If green tea is a gentle stream that refreshes your body, then nuts, almonds, walnuts, pumpkin seeds, and chia are nature's tiny powerhouses, designed to keep your heart strong. I often tell my patients, don't let their size fool you. Inside each small seed lies an entire world of health. Nuts are rich in arginine, an amino acid that helps your body produce nitric oxide, that incredible molecule that relaxes blood vessels and improves circulation. They are also packed with healthy fats and plant-based omega-3s, nutrients that calm inflammation, balance hormones, and protect your arteries from aging too quickly. I remember Edward, 65, a strong man who always complained that his legs felt heavy as lead every morning. He once said, "I figure exercise is enough. What could a handful of nuts possibly do?" I asked him to try something simple, just a small handful of walnuts and almonds each morning, along with his green tea. 3 weeks later, he called me, laughing into the phone. "Robert," he said, "I don't know what you did, but my legs feel brand new. It's like I can feel my blood moving again." I smiled and told him, "That's not magic, Edward, that's good circulation finally waking up." And it's true. Studies show that people who eat nuts regularly have up to 30% lower risk of heart disease. Not because nuts are some kind of secret cure, but because they nourish your blood vessels, your cells, and even your hormonal system, the foundation of natural vitality after 60. I always recommend just one small handful a day, about 30 grams. That's enough to keep your energy steady and your body flexible all day long. You can enjoy them on their own, or sprinkle them over Greek yogurt. Mix them with berries. That simple combination not only tastes wonderful, but also creates a natural synergy effect, boosting both circulation and immunity at the same time. And that brings me to what I want to share next, the perfect duo for your gut and your blood vessels, Greek yogurt and berries. After talking about those small but mighty nuts, I want you to imagine another kind of breakfast, something soft, cool, and gentle, like a quiet morning without hurry. Greek yogurt with berries. I call it the breakfast that heals from within. Inside Greek yogurt are probiotics, living, friendly bacteria that take care of your digestive system, the place that holds more than 70% of your immune power. When your gut is healthy, your body absorbs nutrients better, produces energy more efficiently, and balances hormones more naturally, like a well-oiled machine running on harmony itself. I remember Margaret, 68, who once told me her stomach always felt heavy and that she would get tired right after breakfast. I suggested a simple switch: replace her morning pastry with a bowl of Greek yogurt, mixed with a few strawberries, blueberries, and chia seeds. 2 weeks later, she walked into my office smiling. "Robert," she said, "I feel lighter, not just in my stomach, but in my mood too. I wake up feeling good again." That's the power of balance, the probiotics in yogurt working together with anthocyanins from the berries. Those deep red and purple pigments do more than add color. They protect your blood vessels from inflammation and help nitric oxide stay active longer in your body. And when nitric oxide flows freely, your blood moves easily, your energy feels steady, and your mind becomes clear and bright. I often tell my patients, if you want to feel younger from the inside out, start by taking care of the smallest cells in your gut, because they are the root of everything: your energy, your immunity, and even your sense of joy. And if you are ready for something a little stronger, something that can warm your body and awaken your circulation in just a few hours, let me introduce you to a root that glows with the color of life itself. Rich in natural nitrates and known as the key to open your bloodstream, That is beetroot. If Greek yogurt and berries help calm the body from within, then beetroot is the gentle flame that awakens the blood flowing through your veins. I like to call it the red key of vitality. It is rich in natural nitrates, the very substance your body uses to create nitric oxide, the molecule that relaxes blood vessels, boosts circulation, and delivers oxygen to every single cell. Imagine your blood vessels as winding roads carrying life throughout your body. As we age, those roads can start to narrow. Time, cholesterol, and inactivity all build up like dust and debris. Beetroot works like a quiet team of road workers, clearing the way, opening the path, and letting the blood flow freely again, smooth, strong, and alive. I once met Leonard, 66, a man who told me that every morning his legs felt heavy and his mind was always foggy no matter how much coffee he drank. I suggested something simple: replace that morning coffee with a glass of beetroot juice. 2 weeks later, he came back with a surprised smile. "Robert," he said, "I feel like there's new blood running through me. My legs feel lighter, and I no longer need my afternoon nap." That is not a miracle, it is pure science. Research shows that even one glass of beetroot juice can improve blood flow and lower blood pressure within just a few hours. For anyone over 60, that makes a world of difference, because when your circulation improves, your energy, your memory, and even your vitality are renewed. I often tell my patients, let your blood flow freely, because when that flow comes alive again, your whole body comes alive with it. You can enjoy beetroot as juice, blend it into a smoothie, or roast it gently as part of your breakfast. No matter how you prepare it, it remains one of nature's simplest gifts for the heart and for the spark of life within you. And if you want to make that red flow even stronger, let vitamin C from oranges, grapefruits, or tangerines act as your natural catalyst, helping nitric oxide last longer and keeping your blood vessels flexible. Let's talk about that next, the citrus family, and their beautiful role in keeping your circulation bright and alive. After the deep red power of beetroot, I always tell my patients to add a touch of gold to their mornings: the gentle brightness of oranges, grapefruits, tangerines, or lemons. They are more than refreshing fruits. They are the body's natural source of vitamin C, the very spark that restores elasticity to your blood vessels, like the first morning light streaming through a window, waking everything up inside you. Vitamin C is the quiet guardian of your circulatory system. It protects your arteries from oxidation and helps nitric oxide, that vital molecule for vessel relaxation, stay active longer in your bloodstream. In simple words, if beetroot opens the road for blood to flow, then oranges and grapefruits keep that road bright and clear. I remember Doris, 67, from Texas. She once told me she felt tired and dull, even though she was eating what she thought was a balanced diet. When I asked about fruit, she laughed and said, "Oh, I rarely eat them. They're too cold and sour for me." I suggested something easy: start her mornings with half a grapefruit or a glass of fresh orange juice, alongside mashed avocado or a slice of whole grain toast. A month later, she came back smiling softly. "Robert," she said, "I don't know how to describe it, but I feel brighter: my skin, my energy, even my mood." That did not surprise me. Vitamin C not only strengthens your blood vessels, it also helps your body absorb iron and fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K nutrients that keep your heart, skin, bones, and immune system working smoothly. Each slice of orange, each segment of grapefruit is like a drop of liquid sunlight nourishing your cells with pure, natural energy. And if you want to take that power one step further, try combining the brightness of vitamin C with the natural circulation boost of garlic. It may sound unusual, but this simple combination is one of the oldest secrets in natural heart health. So let us talk about that next, about garlic, the tiny spice that can transform the flow of life inside your body. If oranges and grapefruits bring golden light to your blood vessels, then garlic is the quiet worker, steady, patient, and tireless, cleaning the inner roads of your body day after day in places you cannot see. Most people think of garlic as just a seasoning, but in the world of natural medicine, It is one of the most powerful living remedies for heart health and circulation. Inside garlic lies a compound called allicin. It helps your blood vessels relax, improves circulation, and lowers blood pressure and bad cholesterol, those silent troublemakers that so often appear after 60. I will never forget George Miller, 67, from Texas. He came to see me one winter morning, complaining that his legs and feet felt icy cold, even though the heater was running. I told him to try something simple each morning. Crush a clove of garlic, mix it with a little butter or honey, and spread it on a slice of whole grain bread. For the first few days, he winced at the strong taste. But by the 5th day, he called me, his voice full of surprise and energy. "Robert," he said, "I do not know what that garlic did, but my feet are warm again. I feel heat coming from inside." I smiled when I heard that. It was not a miracle. It was science, simple, human, and beautiful. Garlic gently opens up the blood vessels, like bridges being unlocked after a long winter freeze. When the blood begins to flow freely again, the body warms, energy returns, and the mind clears, like sunlight through fog. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that after just 6 weeks of regular garlic intake, older adults experience 15% better peripheral circulation and more stable blood pressure. That means a single small clove can bring a big change to your entire circulatory system. I often remind my patients, your body does not need miracles. It simply needs care, gentle, steady, everyday care. And once those inner pathways are cleaned and flowing again, I like to suggest adding something sweet and simple to the morning, a fruit that has long symbolized health and youth, the apple. So let us talk about that next, why the old saying, "an apple a day keeps the doctor away," still holds more truth than ever. After the bold heat of garlic, imagine biting into a crisp red apple. The gentle sweetness spreads, the cool fragrance fills your mouth, and for a moment, you feel awake, alive, refreshed. I have always believed that every apple is nature's quiet reminder that while age may move forward, our vitality does not have to fade with it. Apples contain quercetin, a natural antioxidant that reduces inflammation, protects blood vessels, and helps your circulation stay smooth and steady. In simple terms, it is like a soft shield for your cardiovascular system, keeping every flow in your body calm and open, not rushed, not blocked, just balanced. I remember Eleanor, 70 years old, a retired teacher from Oregon. She once told me that every morning felt heavy, her head foggy, her breath short, and her appetite almost gone. I suggested something small, replace her morning pastry with one fresh apple instead. 2 weeks later, she came back smiling. "Robert," she said, "I do not know if it is the apple, but every morning I feel like I am waking up from the inside out." And I told her, yes, that is exactly what it is. Because apples do more than care for your heart. They are rich in soluble fiber, called pectin, which helps balance blood sugar and nourishes the gut microbiome. When your gut is healthy, your heart follows, and so does your mind. The human body is beautifully connected. When you take care of one part, every other part responds in harmony. Perhaps that is why people have always said, "an apple a day keeps the doctor away." Not because apples are magical, but because they remind us to be gentle, consistent, and kind to our bodies every single day. And you know, when foods like these, from the red strength of beetroot, the quiet power of seeds, the calm of green tea, to the sweet simplicity of an apple come together, something remarkable happens. They do not just add up their benefits, they multiply them. They create what I call the nutritional resonance effect, where each food becomes a note in a symphony, and together they play the music of health and vitality. So let us talk about that next, how these simple, everyday foods can double or even triple each other's power when they meet in your morning routine. The most remarkable thing is not found in each food alone, but in how they come together, supporting one another, like instruments playing in perfect harmony. In nutritional science, we call this the resonance effect. It means that when nutrients work together, their power does not just add up, it multiplies. Think of it this way. Beetroot provides nitrates, it opens the pathways of your blood vessels. But when you pair it with Greek yogurt, The probiotics inside help your body convert those nitrates into nitric oxide faster, creating stronger, smoother circulation. Or take dark chocolate and berries. Chocolate is rich in flavonols, berries in anthocyanins, and together, they act like lifelong friends, helping nitric oxide last longer, keeping your blood flowing gently and evenly. Then there is avocado, citrus, and nuts, a perfect trio of nourishment. The healthy fats in avocado help your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins. Vitamin C from oranges reduces inflammation and protects the arteries, while the omega-3s in nuts keep your heart steady and resilient. And finally, the quiet harmony of green tea and garlic. One is soft and calming, the other bold and powerful. Together, they protect your blood vessels, lower blood pressure, and bring balance to the heart. When you combine these foods, you are not just eating, you are creating harmony between nature and your own body. A breakfast like that does not only nourish the body, it nourishes the spirit. It reminds your cells in your heart how to feel alive again. And perhaps, the most important thing is not simply what you eat, but how you begin each new morning with your own body. Because, as I often tell my patients, the body does not grow old overnight. It simply reflects how you treat it every morning. I have said that line many times, and I whisper it to myself each day when I wake. Yes, age may turn your hair gray, but it cannot take away your vitality if you know how to nourish it with care. I have seen people transform their entire lives with just one small change, starting right at breakfast. No strict diets, no promises of turning back 10 years, just patience and kindness toward the body that carries you. One of my patients, Thomas, 70 years old from Maine, once told me, "I started with only a glass of beet juice and a few slices of avocado each morning. 2 weeks later, my legs felt lighter, as if a weight had finally lifted." That moment reminded me youth is not a number. It is a daily habit of care. You do not need to change everything. Just start small. A cup of green tea instead of strong coffee, an apple instead of a pastry, a handful of nuts instead of a vitamin pill. Then watch as your body begins to respond quietly, gently but unmistakably. Your blood flows easier, your breath feels deeper, your sleep becomes softer and calmer. It is not a miracle. It is the quiet reward of consistency and self-respect. Because in the end, health is not a destination to reach. It is a journey back to your body, back to stillness, and back to the simple joy of being alive. And if you are listening to this in the morning, I want you to do one small thing. Take a deep breath, smile, and choose a breakfast that is just a little better than yesterday. Because that small choice, that single, mindful act, might just be the first step toward living again in the way your body has always wanted you to.